Hey, I'm John Cannell, and today on Preppy Kitchen we're making an easy, amazing salted caramel sheet cake from my new book, Preppy Kitchen Super Easy. So let's get started. First off, we're making the caramel sauce. It is so simple. 1 cup of heavy cream goes right into a pot. This goes over medium-low heat. We're gonna stir frequently until it's nice and steamy, but first we have to unwrap our caramels. These guys are delicious and make the perfect caramel sauce. And you can see, even when they're cold, they're fairly flexible. So there we go. See, nice and stretchy. The problem is, if you unwrap them early, they will stick into giant balls. So unwrap them right before you're gonna use them. I'm so excited to be sharing recipes for my new book, Preppy Kitchen Super Easy. This book is nothing but easy and fast recipes. You know, as my boys have gotten older, life just gets busier, and I realized how daunting it can be to get a meal on the table, be it breakfast, lunch, dinner, or dessert, when you have almost no time. So I took my favorite recipes and streamlined them, simplified them, and made them really fast and easy. If you can use an air fryer, Instant Pot, or slow cooker in a recipe, I'm going to give you the instructions for that. All the recipes have tons of variations too, so you can try different proteins in meals, swap sauces out, you could make a cake as a sheet cake, a layer cake, or cupcakes, and I give you instructions for adding different flavors as well. I wanted every aspect of the book to be easy so that you can make delicious meals and save time for the moments that matter. It's been like 1 minute and these guys were already sticking to the bowl, so not today. My cream is nice and hot. If you like these videos, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. There's delicious things on the horizon all week long. And this can go right into the cream. My caramels are in, and I'll be stirring until this is nice and melted into a beautiful caramel sauce, which happens quickly. I also want to add in a nice 1/4 teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of vanilla. This gives you the best flavor, and the salt's really nice for the contrast. It's salted caramel after all. After just a few minutes, my caramel is melted, gorgeous, but incredibly hot. We're gonna pour this into a bowl and let this cool down to room temperature. Oh my gosh, this pot is incredibly heavy. This can hang out for about an hour to come to room temperature. If you wanted to, you can make this a week in advance, just refrigerate it, and when you wanna use it, warm it slightly and then let it come to room temperature. Setting this aside, we'll be back with the power of editing. My caramel cooled down for about an hour, so now we're gonna preheat our oven to 350 and make our delicious and easy caramel cake batter. And I should say that today I'm using a 9 by 13 inch pan with some parchment paper for a cradle so it comes out easily. This is so easy and delicious, and I love the way it looks, but you could make 2 8-inch layer cakes, 2 9-inch layer cakes, or 24 cupcakes with the same batter. I'll give you the cook time right up here. In a large bowl, I'm adding 3 cups or 360 grams of all-purpose flour. Always use a scale for best results. I'm also adding in a scant 1 cup or 200 grams of sugar. Zero your scale. You probably think that's not enough sugar for this cake, and it isn't. It would be bready and not very sweet. But we made this caramel and we'll be adding that in as well. It is a caramel cake after all. To puff things up, 2 1/4 teaspoons of baking powder and 3/4 teaspoons of salt. If you have kids at home, a 1/2 teaspoon and a 1/4 teaspoon is 3/4, and that's a fun conversation about fractions, says John, the former math teacher. The next book, Preppy Kitchen, math. No, I'm not gonna do that, don't worry. Our scale's done, and now we're gonna whisk this up to make sure it's nicely combined. So most of the cakes in this book are stir together batters. They're beyond easy, really quick, and they're foolproof too. This is a recipe that you could make with kids. I would just do the caramel part, with adult supervision. Mix, mix, mix. Now we'll get our wet ingredients together. This is also a 1 bowl recipe. It all comes together right here. So for the batter, we're gonna use 3/4 of a cup of the caramel. So besides the caramel, I'm gonna add 1 cup of veggie oil in. The caramel can go into that. 1 1/2 cups of whole milk. If you're worried about the caramel getting kind of hard when it touches something cold, just warm your milk up. 1 tablespoon of vanilla really complements the caramel. I'm also adding in 3 large room temperature eggs. 1, 2, 3. I'm starting by whisking the wet ingredients on top to break the eggs up, and now you can start kind of folding the batter in, because you do want to be mindful about not over mixing things. But you do want to get everything mixed. Less than a minute of mixing and we have a beautiful caramel colored batter. This is ready to go into your pan, be it a 9x13, the cake rounds, or the cupcake papers. I'm gonna hit this with a bit of baking spray. Pop some parchment paper right in the middle. This is what you call a cradle. It just lets you lift the cake out, because I don't want to serve it in the pan. I'll serve it on anything other than the pan. I like to have it free so it's really easy to cut it up and serve it. And it looks nicer too. Get all that batter out. One, because you don't want to waste. And two, it makes washing easier. My cake's ready to go into the oven, 350 for about 30 minutes or until the center springs back when touched. It's also 30 minutes if you're using 2 9-inch rounds, 35 minutes if you're using 2 8-inch rounds, and about 22 minutes if you're making the 24 cupcakes. In you go. While my cake is cooling, I'm gonna make the easiest, most luscious cream cheese frosting. 1 cup or 226 grams of unsalted room temperature butter into a stand mixer fitted with a paddle attachment, and an equal amount, 8 ounces or 226 grams of room temperature cream cheese. And we're gonna cream this up until it's nice and combined on medium speed. While that mixes up, I'm gonna add in a nice pinch or 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Let this run for about a minute, and then we're gonna scrape the bowl down and add our powdered sugar in. After about a minute, this looks fluffy and amazing. I love what cream cheese does in anything, it's delicious. This cake's gonna be dessert for today's dinner, and Lachlan and George are gonna be extremely happy when they find out. They're in the next room, so. To sweeten things up, I'm adding 4 cups or about 480 grams of powdered sugar. I added in 1.5 cups to start, and I'm gonna gradually add the rest while this mixes en route. That was 2 cups. Everyone's keeping track. 3 cups, 3.5, and 4. Scrape this down at least once. Once this is all combined, we're gonna increase speed to medium-low and let it run for about a minute just so everything is nicely incorporated. Then, it's time to assemble and swirl in all this amazing caramel. After 1 minute, this is a beautiful cloud of cream cheese amazingness. I like using a triggered ice cream scoop to plop everything on because it makes it so easy. Sometimes with a delicate cake, if you're smearing things on, it can tear the cake, but this just makes it very simple. Grab an offset spatula and just have some fun. You want to cover the cake to begin with, and then you can start swooping up a bit. Now we're going to add about 6 tablespoon-sized dollops right onto the cake, anywhere you please. There's no rhyme or reason, you're just kind of getting it all over. You can use the back of your spoon or a spatula and just kind of smear it out a bit. In my humble opinion, this looks incredibly delicious. You want to give this about 30 minutes in the fridge so the frosting can set up before serving, or you can chill it for 24 hours, like make this a day ahead if you want. This cake usually goes pretty quickly, but if you want to cover it in plastic wrap or store it in an airtight container, it'll last for up to 5 days in the fridge. However, that doesn't happen in my house. It's all gone in a day. Once it's a little bit chilled, which I'm not gonna do because I can't wait, we're gonna slice it, top with some more sea salt, and it's ready to enjoy. That is a cloud of caramel. It is wild. Oh my gosh. Melts in your mouth, lovely play of salty and sweet, and that frosting is luscious. I hope you get a chance to make this recipe from my book, Preppy Kitchen Super Easy. Links in the description box below to grab a copy. And if you like this video, check out my Preppy Kitchen Super Easy playlist.